Is the Oyan Dam responsible for the flooding in Lagos? On October 5, 2022, the Lagos State government warned residents about possible floods in some areas. The alert targeted residents of Ketu, Alapere, Agric, Owode-Onirin, Ajegunle, Alagbole, Kara, Iseroluwura, Araromi Otunrisha, Agility, Maidan, Mile 12, Odo-Ogun, Owode-Elede, Agboyi 1, Agboyi 2, and Agboyi 3. The government noted that the release of excess water from the Oyan Dam in Ogun State increased the risk of flooding to many of those areas. And for some Lagosians, the dam is the usual suspect whenever floods take over their neighborhoods. But is this perception accurate? According to a report released by the Ogun River Basin Development Authority, the Ministries of Environment in Lagos and Ogun, and other experts, the answer is no. The Ogun State government has reported that the dam is presently operating at just 56% of its water carrying capacity. The Ogun River Basin Development Authority has also reported that the dam has released approximately 670.7 million cubic meters of water in 2022. This volume of water isn't enough to cause flooding in the communities mentioned. It's also noteworthy that the water releases from the Oyan Dam are usually done before the commencement of the annual rainy season. The Lagos State government has asked Lagosians to ignore reports that the dam is responsible for flooding in the affected areas. The State's Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tunji Bello, said that the Oyan Dam has fully discharged its content and isn't overflowing. Citizens confirmed this during a recent visit to the dam, whose water level was quite low. Dr. Simi Adeodun, an environmental expert, looked at the data from the Ogun River Basin Development Authority and shared his thoughts on how much the Oyan Dam contributes to flooding in Lagos.
Now, excess water from the dam could trigger flooding. This is a fact. However, if the opening of the gates, if the release of the excess water is carefully done, the risk of flooding could be reduced to as low as reasonable practicable. However, even when release of excess water is carefully done, flooding could still happen because of other conditions that have predisposed these areas to flooding. Conditions like people have encroached into the floodplains over the years. People have developed properties, they built houses along the floodplains. People have also reduced the amount of wetlands that would have retained the excess rainfall. Those areas are now impervious. They are paved now because of unsustainable development. So hence these areas are prone, hence the flooding. Even sometimes when the excess water is not even released from the dam, some of these areas still get flooded when it rains, when the rain is heavy. How much more when the dam is now released, when excess water is released from the dam. So these areas are already prone to flooding because of how we have developed over the years, how we have encroached, how we have, reduced perviousness, pervious surfaces. Now the land use, land cover, all this put together has affected, has predisposed those areas to flooding.